What I'm about to share with you is a secret magic trick that makes playing money for nothing quite a bit easier. Some of you may think this is sacrilege, others may find it to be just what the doctor ordered. Personally, from a lone guitarist playing without a band outlook, I find it much more satisfying and forgiving, but I'll let you be the judge. Here's what it's going to sound like. And here's the first part of the magic trick. We're going to tune our low E string to D, like drop D, right? We're also going to tune our A string down to G. Same thing, one note lower. All the other strings, D, G, B, E, stay the same. And one big advantage for the tuning that we just put our guitar in is the first chord of the riff is a G power chord done on the middle strings. D5 and G7 is a G power chord. So G, our used to be A string, heretofore referred to as the A string so we don't get confused, is going to be a great note to hear, and it will thicken up the whole entire riff. So give what you got to strum there. Open A, D5, G7. Then smush your pointer finger down to get both strings, and then hammer back up to G7. Then we're going to get rid of our ring finger and reach for B6, back to G7. Now we're going to take our little shape and move it down 2 frets. Have your pointer finger smushed because after you strum, you're going to pull off that G string and then strum open. Here's what we talked about so far. Notice I hit one extra A string there. I'm not doing any of his quick picky things. I'm not that kind of a player. So anytime you want to hear that extra low string, that might help the vibe for you. That was line 1. Line 2 is really easy because in this tuning, the A, D, G strings in the same fret is a power chord, so this is again going to be 50% thicker than the original riff, great for the lone guitarist playing without a band. Open, open on A, D, G, 3 pull off to 0, and then 3 slide up to 5, 1 more 5, and then a 3-0 pull off. That's line 2. Line 3 is the same as line 1. And line 4, the last line of the entire main riff, is going to be back to the power chord thing. Oh, oh, 3, oh, oh. And now, since we tuned both the E string and the A string down the same, our power chord shape on those strings is what it used to be, but we're going to be on the 3rd fret to play an F, up to the 5th fret to play a G. And I just realized, going back to lines 1 and 3, they're the same. If you don't like this pull-off thing from here, or pull-off strum, you can just be in the same fret of the D and the G strings. That works too. Might even be right. You know what? I don't care because I'm doing it my way, and you should do it whichever of those 2 ways you prefer. So that's the verse. You just do that over and over and over again, and the only other part we have to talk about, believe it or not, is the chorus, which I'm calling the whole microwave oven and on section the chorus, and we get to do this all with 1 finger because, again, power chords on A, D, G in the same fret. You could even add the B string, and then you get the whole major chord that it is. 8th fret, down to the 3rd fret, back to 8, 10, followed by an abbreviated main riff. So go all the way up to here. Then we're going back to our D5, G7, and I want the G string to go 7-5, 7-5, which lines right up with the syllables refrigerator. Then 5th fret, 7th fret, 9th. And that's your chorus. I thought that was going to take longer than 5 minutes, but those are all the pieces, so go use your earballs and figure out which one goes where when, or head on over to my Patreon page where I will play through the whole thing for you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that was fun and helpful, and I will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.